No, 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 no. Don't worry. Trust me. I know while some of you guys would love for this channel to become just a full Why Don't We channel, it's not. But for real, I hope you guys have been enjoying all the content lately. I wanted to give a little backstory on the recent cover that I just did of their song, Why Don't We song, Be Myself. So I mentioned in a couple of vlogs lately that I've struggled for years with anxiety. You know, according to my parents, I've struggled with it since my childhood, and I believe that, but I've really seen the terrors of anxiety probably the past 4.5, 5 years, where it's like been panic attack level, you know, like just it impeding on my life, and it sucks. It really does. I have memories, distinct memories, where I was so paralyzed with anxiety that I remember sitting on the couch with my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife. We were sitting on the couch. She said, "Hey, can you pass me that glass of water?" And I said, "Yeah, of course," you know, in my head. But in my head, I'm like, I was so caught up in anxiety, I had to literally walk myself through passing her a glass. I was like, "Okay, you're okay. Just pick up the glass of water and I was so caught up in the moment. Or I got so good at, you know, pretending to be in conversations where somebody was, you know, talking to me. I knew the right cues to be like, really? Okay. Wow. You know, when I wasn't listening at all, I was completely caught up in my head. And I found that so many creatives struggle with it. You know, I say this a lot in my stuff. Like, we as creatives, we're creative. We have a creative imagination. We can create these really cool things. But that means we can also create some really crazy bad things in our head. Our anxieties are that much more crazy, you know, because we can take anxiety, we can add it to another level. So that's why I wanted to do a cover of this song, is because I relate to it. I relate to the story of being anxious. I relate to the emotional, physical response. You know, it's not just emotional. You don't just start spinning in your head. Your body actually starts to sweat. You start to breathe shortly. Your heart starts to flutter. You know, it sucks. It's a physical response to your emotional state of mind. It's wild. So that being said, though, I've done a lot of work on myself, and I've gotten a lot of help. You know, I've talked to a lot of people. I've gone to different style like recovery programs, and I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I've watched, you know, I've read books. I've done a lot of stuff. And over the past couple of years, I made slow progress. But now I want to tell you this, that for hope, in the past 8 months, so probably June of 2020, I've seen tremendous progress. And it's like, it was just one day it just clicked. And it's like, okay, every day it's like more progress. Where I could say gratefully now that, yeah, I still struggle with anxiety, but it doesn't impede on my life anymore. It's like, it's not taking away from my life. It might take away a moment, but it's not taking me out of the moment anymore. Perfect timing. The Proof of the Promise, my new song, just came out last week. I have a new song, we got it out this week. But Proof of the Promise, the chorus goes, "I'm holding on to the progress as proof of the promise you made long ago." And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Talking about anxiety. I'm talking about the progress that I make. You could use this for anything, but I'm talking anxiety. The progress that I make is proof that the promise will come true. And like, I've struggled with things in the past, and I've been set free from them. So I don't struggle with them anymore. And I'm holding on to the promise that I will be set free from anxiety one day. And that while I've seen the progress, and I'm incredibly grateful for that, I'm not there yet, and I believe for a day where I will be there. And I want to say the same for you. I want you to use my story as your story, in the sense of, don't compare the timing. Your timing might be completely different. But for real, you do your story, because your story is going to help somebody else. And I have my story, and I hope that it helps you. And I want to encourage you that it is going to get better. It will, I promise. Put the work in, and it will. It will. That's why I want to do the song, because I relate to the song a lot. I understand it a lot, and I want to bring more awareness to anxiety, that you're not the only one struggling with it. You're not crazy, and you know what? Whatever you're anxious about, it's okay. Everybody has their own triggers, and that's fine. So don't judge yourself. Just believe in the fact that it will get better, I promise.